Hi friends, today we're going to do map lesson 7.2 where we're going to learn all about a new coin called the quarter. Again, just like yesterday, I'm going to show a PowerPoint where I teach you all about a quarter, and then sometimes throughout the PowerPoint I might ask you to pause the video, do an activity, and then replay the video to check your work and then keep going through the PowerPoint. Okay, so look out for when I say pause and go. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen. All right, so like I said, today we're going to learn about a new coin called the quarter, and it's the last coin that we're going to learn about. But let's review the coins that we have learned so far before we move into the quarter. So yesterday we talked about the penny, which is a bronze copper-colored coin. It is worth 1 cent, and you count it by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we learned about the nickel, which is a silver coin, and it's worth 5 cents, and you count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then the last coin we learned about was the dime, which is worth 10 cents, and we count that by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So let's meet the quarter. What details and designs do you notice on the front and back of the quarter? So like all the other coins, the quarter has 2 sides, a heads and a tails, or a front and a back. And as you look at the screen, you can see that the fronts and backs of the quarter can be very, very different. So take a moment, pause the video, and really study all the different ways that a quarter can look. Play the video when you're ready. All right, so let's go over what you noticed about the quarter. In this quarter, there's a head. The head has long hair and a ponytail with maybe like a bow in its hair. It has a neck, but no shoulders, no clothes on. It's kind of just a floating head. Then this side of the quarter has an eagle on it. And the eagle has some kind of branches underneath, and it says $quarter. But now look at all these quarters over here. The new quarters that they have today are all very different. One side has a head on it like this, but the other side might have an eagle, or it might have a different state on it. Now we have 51 states. So there's 51 different ways that a quarter could look on the other side. This is the California quarter. This is the Montana quarter. This is the Hawaii quarter. There's a New York quarter and a New Jersey quarter and a Pennsylvania quarter too. There's lots of different quarters. So be on the lookout for if you see a state on a coin, it's definitely a quarter. If you see an eagle on a coin, it's definitely a quarter. The head gets tricky. So we'll talk about how the head gets tricky in a moment. The value of quarters. Quarters are worth 25 cents. That means when we count quarters, we have to count by 25s. Let me show you what I mean. So we're going to count by 25s here. This is going to be a little new for some of you. We haven't really counted by 25s ever before, but it's just like adding 25 every time you count. So the first quarter by itself would be 25 cents. Then 25 cents plus 25 cents makes 50 cents. Then 50 cents plus another 25 cents makes 75 cents. And then 75 cents plus another 25 cents makes 100 cents. Now 100 cents is the same as $1, but we'll worry about that later. Don't worry about that right now. So let's do this again. Let's count by 25s as we count these quarters. 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, 100 cents. 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, 100 cents. Go ahead and do it by yourself this time. Very nice. Now, quarters can be tricky. What do you notice here? Look at these 3 coins that are on this screen. Are these all the same coin? Look really, really closely at them. How are these coins alike? And how are they different? Pause the video and go ahead and examine these coins. Notice if they're the same or different and how they're the same and how they're different. Play the video when you're ready. Pause and go. All right, friends. So here's the tricky trick. This is a quarter, but this is a nickel, and this is also a nickel. But if you look at it really quickly, it's really easy to get confused because this nickel with the head on it and this quarter with the head on it look very, very similar. So you have to really notice all the details, right? Be careful not to confuse a nickel and a quarter. Look closely at all the details to decide what coin it is. We can see that the quarter is a little bit bigger than the nickel, right? And the head on the quarter has a neck but no clothes, right? They both have long hair, but this head has no neck, no clothes, and this head, the nickel head, does have a collar and clothes. So that could be your trick to know whether it's a nickel or a quarter if you're looking at the head side. It's a quarter if there's just a neck with no clothes, and it's a nickel if the neck has a collar and is wearing some clothes. So really make sure to notice all the details so you don't get mixed up between quarters and nickels. They'll trick you. Let's sort some coins. Just like we did yesterday, we're gonna sort some of these coins. I'm going to have you pause the video in a moment, pause the video and point to each coin and name what you think it is. And when you're ready, replay the video to check your answers. Pause and sort now. All right, let's check your answers. Here we go. This is a penny. Then we have a dime. Here we have a nickel. Here's our first quarter. Then we have another penny. Look closely at this one. The neck has a collar on it and it's wearing clothes, so it has to be a nickel. Here's a state, a Rhode Island state quarter. A dime. Another nickel, because the nickel has the face facing forward, facing towards you, right? Then we have another penny. Another quarter with the head that has no clothes on it, right? No collar. And lastly, we have a dime. So again, notice how there are lots of different ways that these coins can look. So it's really important to notice the details on the coins so you don't mix them up. Now remember, to find the value of a set of coins, we have to skip count. We already know that coins have a value of 1 cent if they're a penny, 5 cents if they're a nickel, 10 cents if they're a dime, and now 25 cents if it's a quarter. So it only makes sense that when we skip count, we're either going to count by 1s, 5s, 10s, or 25s. Let's practice skip counting by 25s. This is a tricky one because we've never really done this before. So it's something that you kind of just have to memorize. Memorize the pattern and the rhythm of counting by 25s. Listen to the rhythm. Ready? 25, 50, 75, 100. 25, 50, 75, 100. Say it with me. 25, 50, 75, 100. 25, 50, 75, 100. Do it a few times on your own. Pause the video, say the pattern on your own, and then play when you're ready to move on. All right, let's do some more skip counting practice. This time, we're gonna start at 25 and count by tens. Here we go. Pause the video and go ahead, do it on your own. Start at 25, count by tens. Stop and go. All right, let's check your answers. 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. Very good. Remember, when we count by tens, only the tens place changes. The ones place stays the same. Let's try another one. All right, this time you're gonna start at 25 and count by fives this time, okay? So go ahead, pause and go. All right, let's check your answers. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Remember, when we count by fives, the pattern in the ones place is always 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 0. So look out for that when you're skip counting by fives. Let's try another one. Start at 75 and count by tens. Go ahead, pause and go. All right, let's check your work. 75, 85, 95. It's okay to stop at 95. All right, start at 50, count by tens, go. All right, let's check our work. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Nice. Last one. Let's start at 75. It's a big number. Start at 75 and count by fives. Go ahead, pause and go. All right, let's check our work. 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Very good. Boys and girls, when you're counting by fives, if it's hard for you to count starting at a big number like 75, start at the beginning. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. So you can always start at the beginning and then really pay attention when you get to the number that you're supposed to start at. So let's find the value of a set of coins now. So again, just like we did yesterday, I've arranged my 6 coins in order from the coin that is worth the most money to the coin that's worth the least money. Now, in this set of coins, my biggest coin, the coin with worth the most money, are the quarters. So I put them first. There are no dimes, so there are no dimes. And then the next coin I put is the nickels, because those are the coins that are worth the next biggest amount of money. And then I ended with the pennies. Now, remember, when you're skip counting, you have to look out for when the coin changes and make sure you change what you're skip counting by if the coin changes. So let's try this. What do we have first? I look at the first 2 coins and I see quarters. So I know, wait, quarters are worth 25 cents. Gotta count by 25. So here we go. 25 cents, 50 cents. Very nice. Then I notice that the coin changed. There's no more quarters, so I can't keep counting by 25s. I have to switch to counting by fives. Then I look at the next few coins to make sure I know how many times I need to count by fives. And I notice that the next 3 coins are all nickels. So for the next 3 coins, I have to count by fives. But I'm gonna start at 50 because that's where I left off. That's how much money I have so far. So here we go. 50 cents, 55 cents, 60 cents, 65 cents. Very nice. And now I notice the coin changed again. Now we have a penny. And we know that a penny is worth 1 cent. So we're going to start at 65 cents because that's how much money we have so far. And we're going to count by ones. So 65 cents, 66 cents. So the total value of this set of coins is 66 cents. Very good. Let's try another one. So again, I've ordered my coins from greatest value to least value. Quarters are worth the most money, so they come first. And this quarter is a state quarter. It's another state, Vermont, right? Then there are dimes in this set of coins, so the dimes would come next. Then the nickels, then the pennies. Let's start counting. So the first coin I see by itself is a quarter. So we're going to start by counting by 25s. 25 cents. Then I notice I don't have any more quarters. The coin is changing. It's changing to a dime. I look to see how many dimes there are. There are 2 dimes. So for the next 2 coins, I'm going to count by tens, but I'm going to start at 25 because that's how much money we've counted so far. So 25 cents, 35 cents, 45 cents. And then again, I noticed that the coin changed again. So I can't keep counting by tens. I noticed that it changed to a nickel. And I noticed that there are 2 nickels. And I know that nickels are worth 5 cents. So I have to count by fives starting at 45 because that's where I left off. So 45 cents, 50 cents, 55 cents. Now the coin changes again to a penny. Pennies are worth 1 cent, so we count by ones starting at 55. 55 cents, 56 cents. So the total value of this set of coins is 56 cents. I'd like you to pause and try this next one on your own. So go ahead, pause the video, try to figure out the value of this next one on your own. If you'd like, you can take a piece of paper and draw the coins on the piece of paper, or if you have real money, you can get out the real money and set this up this way, and then point and count the total value of coins. If you're doing it on paper, underneath, write what you're counting as you count it. So go ahead, pause the video and count this set of coins, and then play the video when you're ready to check your answers. Go. All right, let's check your answer. So I noticed that the first 3 coins are quarters. We have 2 state quarters and then a head side quarter. Quarters are worth 25. Let's count by 25s. 25, 50, 75 cents. Very nice. Then I noticed that the coin changes to a dime. And I know that dimes are worth 10 cents. So I start at 75 cents and I count by tens. 75 cents, 85 cents. Then I notice that the coin changes again and the next 2 coins are pennies. So I count by ones starting at 85. 85 cents, 86 cents, 87 cents. The total value of this set of coins is 87 cents. Kiss your brain if you got that right. Very nice. All right, try this other one, same thing. Pause the video, use real coins or draw them on a piece of paper and figure out the total value of this set of coins. Be careful, make sure that the quarters and the nickels don't trick you. All right, pause and go. All right, let's see how you did. So I'm looking at the first coin and I definitely know it's a quarter. I'm looking at the second coin and it could be a quarter or it could be a nickel. But then I look at the neck and I notice there's no clothes on its neck. It has to be a quarter. Now, just to make sure, I look at the third coin. And I look at the third coin, I notice it's a tiny bit smaller and the neck does have clothes on it. So this is not the same coin as this. So now I know for sure that only the first 2 coins are quarters. So I'm going to count by 25s 2 times. 25 cents, 50 cents. Then I already know that the coin changes to a nickel. And I notice that there's 2 nickels. So now I have to start at 50 and count by 5s. 50 cents, 55 cents, 60 cents. Then the coin changes again to pennies, where we count by 1s, starting at 60. So 60 cents, 61 cents, 62 cents. So the total value of this set of coins is 62 cents. So now that you've learned about all 4 coins, you can use coins, real coins at home to practice counting money. Make sure when you're counting sets of coins with pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, you're arranging the quarters from you're arranging the coins from the coin that is worth the most money to the coin that's worth the least money before you start counting. We already know that if you don't have actual money and coins at home to use, you can draw them on paper. The penny is just a circle with a P inside. The nickel is an N with a circle with an N inside. The dime is a circle with a D inside. And now we have a quarter, which is a circle with a Q inside. If you look really closely, you'll see that all my circles are a different size to kind of match the size of the actual coin, right? Dimes are the smallest size coin that we know. And then pennies are the next smallest. Then nickels are a little bit bigger. And then quarters are the biggest sized coins. So try to see if when you draw coins, you can draw them almost the size that they actually really are. Lastly, I'm going to leave you with a chart that shows all of the coins that we've learned so far: pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. It tells you how much they're worth: 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents. And it also shows you how to count by ones, how to count by 5s, how to count by 10s, and how to count by 25s. Okay? So great job today. Make sure you log on to Think Central and do the assignment for lesson 7.2 that I've assigned to you. Good luck. See you soon. Bye.